Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, which of the following statements is not correct regarding Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, that is PMNRF? Disbursements are made with the approval of the Prime Minister. It has been constituted by the Parliament. The fund is recognized as a trust under the Income Tax Act, or Prime Minister is the chairman of PMNRF. The correct answer is option B. It has been constituted by the Parliament. Recently, the Prime Minister of India has expressed deep grief over the loss of lives in an accident on the Nasik-Shirdi highway. He has also announced an ex gratia from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, that is PMNRF, for the victims. The resources of the PMNRF are utilized primarily to render immediate relief to families of those killed in natural calamities like floods, cyclones, and earthquakes, etc. It is also used for the victims of the major accidents and riots. It was established in the year 1948. Disbursements are made with the approval of the Prime Minister. The fund is recognized as a trust under the Income Tax Act. PMNRF is exempt under Income Tax Act 1961. It is managed by Prime Minister or multiple delegates for national causes. Prime Minister is the chairman of PMNRF, has not been constituted by the Parliament. Hence, option B is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, which of the following best explains the Chunyun? A group of islands in the Yellow Sea, volcanic crater in Indonesia, tribal group in Central Asia, or travel period around the Lunar New Year? The correct answer is option D, travel period around the Lunar New Year. The world's largest annual migration has started from China in the form of Chunyun. Chunyun is the travel period around the Lunar New Year. It is the period of the 40 days over which hundreds of thousands of Chinese travel to celebrate the Spring Festival with their families. This year it started on 7 January and will continue until 15 February. The date of Chunyun varies according to the Lunar New Year. China officially adopted the Gregorian calendar in 1912. The holidays in China are decided using the lunisolar calendar, which has reportedly been in use since the 21st century BC. The date of the Lunar New Year depends on the moon's phases and differs every year. Hence, option D is correct. Next question is, recently the Sukhoi 35 fighter jets were in the news. It is originated in which of the following countries? France, Russia, Israel, or Sweden? The correct answer is option B, Russia. Iran will take delivery of a number of Sukhoi 35 fighter jets from Russia. Hence, option B is correct. Sukhoi 35 multi-role super maneuverable one-seat fighter is designed to engage air and ground threats and to counteract the naval surface forces of an enemy. It has an onboard radar control system, optical locating system, and self-defense complex. It is capable of controlling aviation group actions in the air as well as to apply the most modern guided aircraft missiles. Moreover, it features super maneuverability capability. It can attain a maximum speed of 2.25 Mach. The Sukhoi 35 is being proposed as a replacement for Sukhoi 27 and MiG-29 fighters. Initial production of the Sukhoi 27M commenced in 1988. Later, it was redesignated as the Sukhoi 35. It poses a great threat to Western 4+ generation fighters such as Eurofighter Typhoon, Dassault Rafale, F-15C, or F/A-18E Super Hornet. Next question is, the theme of the World Economic Forum Summit 2023 is Cooperation in a Fragmented World, Working Together Restoring Trust, The Great Reset, or Stakeholders for a Cohesive and Sustainable World. The correct answer is option A, Cooperation in a Fragmented World. The 53rd edition of the annual World Economic Forum Summit at the Swiss town of Davos has started recently. This year's World Economic Forum Summit theme is Cooperation in a Fragmented World. Hence, option A is correct. This year, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is the only G7 leader attending the event. There will be no Russian oligarchs this time due to stringent sanctions imposed on them by the West due to the Ukraine war. The World Economic Forum is an international non-governmental and lobbying organization based in Cologne, Canton of Geneva, Switzerland. It was founded on 24 January 1971 by German engineer and economist Klaus Schwab. It was originally called the European Management Forum. Next question is, what is Lantana camara? Species of eel, invasive shrub, freshwater fish, or largest flower? The correct answer is option B, invasive shrub. Weeding out the invasive tropical American shrub Lantana camara appears to alter the composition of bird species in a forest, according to a new study conducted in central India. Hence, option B is correct. Lantanas arrived in India as a decorative shrub in the British colonial period, but quickly took over several ecosystems as an invasive plant. The shrub can spread on the forest ground, climb over trees and a creeper, and entangle with other native plants with ease. It is a thorny shrub, upright, half climbing, or sometimes more or less hanging, reaching 2 to 3 meters in height. It contains toxic triterpenes which cause hepatic degeneration in cattle, producing signs of photosensitization, jaundice, rheumatoid and depression. Lantana is one of the world's 10 worst invasive species and a species of high concern for India. It competes with native plants for space and resources and also alters the nutrient cycle in the soil. Next question is, in the context of government policies and interventions, the MAARG platform is related to which of the following ministries of India? Ministry of Defence, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, or Ministry of External Affairs? The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Recently, the Union Minister for Commerce and Industry launched the MAARG platform, that is Mentorship, Advisory, Assistance, Resilience and Growth. Hence, option C is correct. The MAARG portal by Startup India is a one-stop mentorship platform. It will facilitate mentorship between startups and entrepreneurs across sectors, stages, and functions. The matchmaking phase of the portal was also launched, which will allow startups to connect with mentors and discuss their mentorship needs. Next question is, what can be the possible consequences of ocean acidification? 1. It can be threat to coral growth. 2. It can affect seafood supplies. 3. It can affect human health. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Global warming poses a more significant threat to coral growth and reef accretion than ocean acidification, according to a recent study. As temperature rises, mass coral bleaching events and infectious disease outbreaks will becoming more frequent. However, there has been enough evidence to show that ocean acidification has been affecting the coral's growth. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Ocean acidification is expected to have negative overall effects on many marine species. This could alter marine food chains and food supply to humans. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It can also be a cause of concern for human health. In the laboratory, many harmful algal species produce more toxins and bloom faster in acidified waters. It could harm people eating contaminated shellfish and sicken fish and marine mammals. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. Next question is, Bhitarkanika National Park is located in which of the following states? West Bengal, Assam, Odisha, or Jharkhand? The correct answer is option C, Odisha. Recently, the population of saltwater crocodiles in the water bodies of Bhitarkanika National Park in Odisha has marginally increased according to the recent census. Apart from the eastern coast of India, the saltwater crocodile is extremely rare on the Indian subcontinent. A large population is present within the Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary of Odisha, while smaller populations occur throughout the Sundarbans. The saltwater crocodile is the largest of all crocodilians and the largest reptile in the world. The IUCN status of saltwater crocodile is least concern. Hence, option C is correct. Bhitarkanika National Park is a mangrove forest which is surrounded by the river Brahmani and Baitarini. Gahirmatha Beach is said to host the largest known olive ridley sea turtle nesting beach in the world. The beach is located within the close vicinity of the Bhitarkanika National Park, is Odisha's only turtle sanctuary. Bhitarkanika mangroves were designated a Ramsar wetland of international importance in 2002. Next question is World Social Report 2023, Leaving No One Behind in an Aging World, was released by which of the following? UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs, Asian Development Bank, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or United Nations Economic and Social Council? The correct answer is option A, UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Recently, World Social Report 2023, Leaving No One Behind in an Aging World, was released by UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Hence, option A is correct. The number of persons aged 65 years or older worldwide is expected to double over the next 3 decades, according to the new report. The elderly population will reach 1.6 billion in 2050, accounting for more than 16% of the global population. North Africa, West Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa are expected to experience the fastest growth in the number of older people over the next 3 decades. Europe and North America combined now have the highest share of older persons. The United Nations Decade of Healthy Aging 2021 to 2030 is a global collaboration that brings various stakeholders to improve the lives of older people. It has been designated by World Health Organizations and United Nations. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding hate speech. 1. It is mentioned in the Constitution of India. 2. Section 153A of the Indian Penal Code deals with it. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the Supreme Court of India highlighted the problem of hate speech on TV. Hate speech is nowhere mentioned in the Constitution of India. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Law Commission of India in its report number 267 has defined the hate speech. Hate speech is any word written or spoken, signs, visible representations within the hearing or sight of a person with the intention to cause fear or alarm or incitement to violence. Section 153A in the Indian Penal Code deals with the hate speech. It deals with the offense related regarding promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. Last question is, Hunga-Tonga-Hunga 𝐏𝐸 volcano is sometimes seen in news. Can be found in which of the following oceans? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, or Arctic Ocean? The correct answer is option A, Pacific Ocean. 1 year ago, Hunga-Tonga-Hunga 𝐏𝐸 volcano had massive eruption on 15th January 2022. It is an underwater volcano in the South Pacific Ocean. It is located in the island nation of Tonga. However, the island nation is still dealing with the damage done to its coastal waters. Hence, option A is correct. It is one of 12 confirmed submarine volcanoes along the Tofua Arc, a segment of the larger Tonga-Kermadec volcanic arc. The Tonga-Kermadec arc formed as a result of subduction of the Pacific plate beneath the Indo-Australian plate. Now it's time for the practice question. Which of the following states has become the first state to implement blindness control policy? Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, or Punjab? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.